So welcome back to the channel. Now on the next part of this video, you're going to be taken through a gut health masterclass that I went through live on our private coaching program. Now, what you're going to learn in the next 10 minutes is how to improve your gut health. Now, your gut is basically your second brain and it's the engine to your body. If you don't optimize this or fix this, then you're never going to get lean, never going to boost testosterone, never going to lower your high blood pressure, and you're always going to feel sluggish. So pay close attention to the next part of the video. Enjoy. Comment down below in the comments here if you've got any questions on it. Better yet, comment down below the word BP Fix, and I'll send you over the guide that will give you a meal plan and a training program to help lower high blood pressure. Okay, enjoy, and thanks for tuning in. Right, so gentlemen, so today I'm going to go over, let me just make this a little bit bigger. So this is being recorded. So what I'm going to run through today, guys, if you're watching the replay, if you're watching it live, I'm going to run over the importance of gut health. Why is your gut the control center for your entire body? Okay, I'll run through these slides and then we'll go through a little bit of questions at the end. Okay, this will be recorded for guys who are on the live, and you can watch it back and take some notes. It's very informative. Okay, it's really, really interesting stuff. Everybody overlooks this part. Okay, everybody overlooks gut health. So let's dive into it. So what is gut health? Okay, basically your gut equals, it's more than just digestion. It's more than just eating food and it being digested. Okay, your gut includes your stomach, intestines, and trillions of bacteria. Okay, this is what I always say. It's known as your second brain. Okay, it's the second brain of your body, believe it or not. Okay, what I mean by that is how you feel. Again, as Chris just spoke about, emotionally, if your gut health's not operating, it can cause anxiety, emotions, right? Stress, fatigue, tired. All right, that's really important. Also, if you've got a bad or poor gut health, it won't absorb nutrients. Okay, it's also your immune defense. If you're getting ill quite a lot, if you're getting colds, coughs, flus, again, it can stem from your gut health. Okay, a good gut health gives you more energy and better mental clarity. Okay, now what damages your gut health? Sometimes it's self-explanatory, right? We all know 7 pints in a burger is going to make you feel a bit rough. Okay, but the main gut disruptors, you may not notice, probably notice these ones, but processed foods and sugar, obviously. Antibiotics. I try and stay away from antibiotics if I can. Even my wife does, and I even try and keep the kids off that if they can, if they ever get ill. Okay, and over medication. All right, even chronic stress can cause poor gut health, even if you've not eaten, even if you've not eaten anything. All right, if you're really stressed at work, not sleeping enough, like the one here, poor sleep. Okay, now visceral fat is probably 9 times out of 10 the most cause of poor gut health. You know, if you're eating crap and junk and you've got a lot of visceral fat, bit of a gut, overweight. And then obvious ones like alcohol, and probably one you didn't realize is a low fiber intake. Okay, now fiber is in things like oats, fruits. Yeah, if you have a low fiber intake, you're not going to have a healthy gut or good digestion. So you need about 12 to 15 grams of fiber per 1,000 calories. Okay, and in all of your meal plans, wherever you're watching this, we don't tell you this, but it's actually calculated to be roughly about that, so you do get enough fiber and stuff. All right, let's dive into some more interesting. So signs of poor gut health. Now, most of you guys that are in this program, you might have a little bit of poor gut health, but most of you are going to be fixing this throughout just your healthy habits. I'll give you a quick story, a bit of a rundown. Duncan, a guy was in our program a couple of months ago, 30 kilos overweight. He had high blood pressure, high uric acid, a lot of digestion problems. Had bad breath. You used to get bad breath quite a lot, right? And this is from poor gut health. Now, we changed a few things in his diet, took a few things out, which I'll go through in a minute, and included certain things. And his stomach wasn't as bloated. Bad breath went away. His high uric acid come down, and his digestion problem. You get sort of heartburn, right? You used to get a lot of heartburn and stuff. You used to take, what is it Rene people used to take, something like that? He was taking like that pretty much daily. Okay. Now, constant fatigue is a sign of is there guys joining this still? Constant fatigue, brain fog, skin breakouts. Don't know if you're getting a little bit spotty or shitty skin, all right? Frequent illnesses, and again, high body fat. All right. Why gut health matters. Okay, your gut basically controls more than you think. All right. 70% of your immune system lives in your gut, which is quite astonishing, yeah? Now, it can affect your mood. Serotonin. Serotonin is a hormone that makes you feel good, right? You get that feel-good hormone. Poor gut health, you'll struggle to create serotonin in your body if you have poor gut health, which makes you, I don't know, a little bit more miserable, a bit more moody, a bit more on edge, yeah? A bit more snappy with the kids, okay? Now, why it matters? It supports a healthy metabolism and hormone balance. Hormones meaning testosterone. Yeah. If you're feeling low libido, all right? It reduces chronic inflammation in the body, and if you've got a healthy gut, it's going to improve weight management. All right. As you can see, guys, pretty important, right? Here's a few ways of how to fix your gut naturally. All right. Now, eat more fiber, which we just went through, veggies, oats, legumes. This is an important one. People actually don't realize this. Add fermented foods. And this is what we did with Duncan. We actually give him sort of yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut. And we took things out like you might not realize, things like broccoli, cauliflower. They can actually play up in your stomach and make you bloated quite a lot. So we removed all those and given things like pumpkin, squash, sweet potatoes. Yeah, that helps a poor gut. I mean, cut out processed foods. We all know that, right? Cut out processed foods and sugar. Okay. I say that not a lot of people still eat that and they don't realize there's a lot of sugar and stuff. And if you've been on this program, now you're actually watching what you eat, you probably realize you were probably eating a lot of crap before, right? Now, manage stress. This is a big one, and sleep well. Recovery and manage stress also will help a healthy gut. Okay. Add a probiotic. This is optional, but yogurt and kefir, this is actually a natural probiotic. People take probiotics, but I pretty much have a bowl of yogurt every day, and you've probably seen it. You get that 2% one, right? The phage. You get the 0% one, which I used to have, thinking, yeah, I'll save some calories on this, but it was quite dry, and then I get the 2% one, and then you get the 5% one. So I have the 2% one, and that's a really good probiotic. That's a natural. I also have sauerkraut sometimes with my salmon. Again, nice healthy gut. But look, if you've got a real bad gut, probiotics can help short term. Strength training to improve body composition and build muscle. Look, probably the biggest one. If you're really weak, you're not training, and you've got a really poor body composition, like over 30, over 35, and extremely low muscle mass, and you're feeble, low on energy, you know, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a poor gut health. All right. So as you've been through this slide, there's a few more slides. Now you can sort of, hopefully, it just, when you go to pick stuff up and eat stuff, it just makes you think a little bit, what you're actually putting in your body. Now, this is not to say be an absolute monk and don't eat nothing, but it just makes you aware of these things. Okay. By the way, I didn't make these slides and put myself here. My graphic designer made these slides, and I don't know why he put me with my top off, but final message: a healthy gut, healthy you. your gut is basically your engine. When it works, your whole body performs. Start with just simple changes, your energy, your mood, and digestion. Okay. And your immunity will thank you. It's basically a perfect anti-aging optimizer as well. Okay. I didn't put that in here, but when you get a little bit older and you have poor gut health, it ages you a lot quicker. See, guys, they're all red-faced, right? Especially in Dubai, those guys that sit there drinking lots of beer and alcohol. Red face, red nose. You know, they're not healthy. They're aging very quickly because of poor immunity and poor gut health. All right. Um, so that's pretty much your gut health 101. I'll run through some questions now. There's a few of it on here. If you've watched the replay of this in the Facebook group, you can comment down below now, or if you're on YouTube, you can comment down below in the comments and I answer your personal questions. All right. But I'm just going to unshare this and we'll go through a few questions. Most people are going to be watching the replay on this. So any questions on that, guys?
I guess just a quick one for me, Rob, is sort of yeah, obviously I'm in the 28 peak at the moment, and some of this stuff has come naturally just from changing that diet, so a little bit of a shock to the system.
Yeah.
But then yeah, I guess it sort of calms down after a bit, and then but so how quickly do you see the benefits? Is it weeks? Is it a few weeks, months
Of a good digestive.
of good, yeah, sort of taking on some of these good habits?
In terms of how you feel, okay, I mean, it's dependent on everyone. So, for example, Duncan, I spoke about, it took him about 8 or 9 weeks, obviously, to sort his gut health out. It can take some guys 4 months, 3 months. It can take some guys that are really semi-healthy, like if you're on this program, for example, it's not going to take you very long if you've been on it for a while. And personally, for you, Matt, you've probably not got poor gut health.
Sure. Yeah.
It's probably pretty decent, mate, to be honest.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I would start adding a few of those things into your diet as well because sauerkraut and things, it's like dead calories. You can add that. You can add, I mean, you can add as much as you want as that. Things like you're English, right? So you surely you love pickles. Yeah, I love pickles. Do you love
Try
pickles?
to,
You
yeah,
don't,
when
yeah?
I can find a good batch, yeah.
Just go to Spinneys and you get those pickled onions. I love pickled onions. Stuff like that. I have that with my steak. Sauerkraut, onions, gherkins, but obviously not the real salted ones. Just start adding stuff like that into your diet. A little bit of yogurt, as you probably do already with your food plan, and that just will help you. Like I said, it's a probiotic, right?
Yeah. Yeah, daily, I was in daily yogurt pretty much. I'd say maybe 5 or 6 days out of the week. I have
Yeah,
the yogurt and berries at breakfast, and just sitting that, it fills me up loads more than it used to.
yeah,
As in anything else you used to have for breakfast, toast or whatever,
exactly.
it fills me up maybe 3 times, and yeah, definitely feels good for it.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you feel a bit cleaner, don't you?
Yeah,
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, good. Did that answer your question, by the way?
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I say a bit of a shock to the gut system when I jumped into the sort of more refined, diet plan in the last couple of weeks, but I think that's just a little body adjusting to it. 2 or 3 days, and you're feeling good.
Yeah. Look, that's just for 28 days. After that, I'll chat to you, sustain it a little bit more, and create something a bit more sustainable, right? Because that 28-day peak is quite aggressive. You're not going to sustain that for any longer than 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just to beat Aaron on his weight loss journey.
Yeah, got beat me tonight.
Yeah, he's done really well. Any question from you, Chris?
No, I'm all good. That was just interesting stuff. I think that's definitely something I can improve on.
Yeah.
I get quite a lot of fatigue and things like that. Yeah, it's definitely something. I've took a few notes and stuff. Going to work on that as well, and hopefully it'll come together a wee bit better.
Yeah, that will help you with your emotional eating and stuff as well, mate. Like when you start eating the right foods and your gut, remember it's your second brain, right? This
Yeah,
brain will obviously help you emotionally eating, and your second brain will prolong that as well. So you start making better choices.
something I can relate to there is the brain fog. See, like in the last 2 or 3 years, I've noticed it's increased, but maybe that's also an age thing. But I'd like to not use that as an excuse. Do you know what I mean?
How old are you?
36.
No, it's not an age thing, mate. It's a habit thing. It's a lifestyle thing.
I hope so. But
I mean, I've got guys that are 60 in this program. I mean, I had a guy who's 72. I didn't get him in fantastic shape, 72, but he's obviously keeping himself in shape. And he's one of the most sharpest guys I've spoke to.
Aye, that's brilliant.
Yeah, it's not an age thing, mate. It's not.
Good.
Yeah, it's good news, right? So, yeah, your habits are responsible for how you feel, look, and act.
Yeah, I think one thing I'm saying to Declan today as well, I'm just working on trying to reduce stress a wee bit as well. I didn't realise how much impact stress can have.
Oh, of course. Ages
Eh,
you like
No,
milk.
I can second that. I'll be open with you guys. I actually changed jobs within the same company, but I changed jobs because the stress simply wasn't worth it. I know
Really?
that's a luxury, but I was noticing health and family and everything from just the pressure was massive. And I said, look, I didn't really sign up for this.
Yeah.
And I said to my boss, I was open. I was like, this is not fun. And I was lucky enough to have another opportunity within the company, but I didn't realize from a gut health, from a eating habits, from a what do you want to say, just being on edge and arguments, all this kind of stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
stress is a way bigger factor in many people's lives than we realize. And
Yeah.
if we add it all together, we get fit, new, new responsibilities, new kids. It all adds in. There's sort of work
Yeah.
stress and non-work stress, but you don't need any help in that. It's a pile. So
I
yeah, I'd
know.
say tackling that was a big win for me.
Yeah, massively, mate. And I mean, I get that quite a lot, by the way, Matt, because I've heard it quite a lot. People actually change jobs. It's just too much on their plate. And it's funny you say about the impact of health does. A guy joined our program last year, and he just lost his job, actually. Okay. He lost his job, and I was speaking to him a little while before this, and we got on a call. And as our program's not like, it's not a few $100. It's a good amount of money. Got on a call, and he was like, I can't afford this, by the way, but I've just lost my job, and I'm arguing with my wife and kids, poking my belly, and I'm just not in a good way. But I'm gonna do this and hope it actually changes how I'm acting, and maybe it get me a job. And like 8 months later, in shape, role model to his kids, got a better job, all because he looked after his health and just done something about it. Yeah. Um, and as you guys know, hear stories that it's pretty much, yeah, every month with within the sort of program. So yeah, exactly, Matt. There's more to life than working your balls off and being stressed.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, any other questions you want to go over, guys?
I think I'm all good, Rob. Cheers.
I'll put the
I
replay on.
just
Go on, Matt.
Yes, it wasn't a question, but it was just a sort of observation. I also realized that with these habits, and I think all these things are habits, whether it's the not even just the 28 peak, but just adopting these things and realizing, yeah, yogurt and berries is as filling, if not more filling than, 3, 4 slices of toast and all that kind of stuff. But even
Absolutely.
now, when I do go out to restaurants, it's very easy to just go for the sort of processed meat and chips on the side. But, mixing these things up, even if it's small things like swapping the vegetables around or salads or sweet potatoes, but it's obviously a one-off. But even just looking at the steaks rather than the burgers, it's like you're getting better meat
Yeah.
and so forth. So even when you do say treat yourself or head out, you can still kind of stick to a good diet. Whereas used to, I kind of defaulted into back to processed foods. But then the second I ate it, I regretted it. You could feel
Yeah.
it churning your stomach. You could feel it the next day. You were sluggish, and
Yeah.
so it kind of almost teaches yourself to keep these habits.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny you said that, actually, because a little one for you guys and whoever's watching this is I used to always eat food to look good. Yeah. I always used to think, right, I can't eat that because my waist, or I can't eat that because my oblique. But now the reason I can stay in shape longer is because my mindset around health and nutrition is, if I eat that, how am I going to feel, not how I look.
Mhm.
So if I actually have a burger and loads of chips and a bit of ice cream, yeah, it's great. And I'm saying don't do that. You got to enjoy it, right? But afterwards, I feel like I've got a hangover. The next morning, I feel like I've had like 6 pints. Yeah. Not so I don't actually eat food to look good anymore. I eat it because I want to feel good. If I'm out on holiday, if you're gonna have a fucking burger and chips by the pool and a drink, yeah, it's good. But you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna fall asleep at 4 o'clock. Kids are gonna do stuff and you're a bit moody. So whatever you put in your body, think of how it's gonna make you feel, not how it's gonna make you look. And it makes you actually stick to nutrition a lot better, understand it a lot more. And that's really helped me, to be honest.
Yeah, good point. Cheers.
Yeah, look, only a few of you guys on it are still quite new to these calls. We'll get this up in the Facebook group. Next week, I'm going to do another presentation and I'm going to do one about muscle building, how long it actually takes to build muscle and the real foundations around it. Right. I was actually going to do this one today because I was quite excited about it, but I'll save it for next week.
Perfect.
All
Yeah,
right.
as I'm on the
Cheers.
28p, you can do one about repairing the muscles after you've been hitting the gym every day. So
Exactly, man. It's a good
no,
one as well.
but
Recovery.
things that like rollers, recovery, and how you can sort of just help yourself through these things as well. I know I'm obviously right in the deep end, but yeah, feeling it today.
That's a good one, mate. I'll do recovery and rest and recovery next. I'll know after that.
Yeah,
It's
nice one.
all this is like a massive learning curve for me because
Yeah.
honestly, the last time I was 100 kilos, I've been north of 100 kilos since 2012.
Have you? Wow.
And it's like,
10 years.
I look back at photos there and you're like, I don't know. You almost feel like when you start seeing it coming down, you feel better. You almost feel like, Christ, I've wasted all that time. Do you know what I mean? Could have been doing this years ago.
Yeah,
But
well, on the
you
other
can't
hand,
look at it
you
that
could
way.
be getting fatter.
Exactly. Aye.
So yeah, it's all positive, right?
You don't realise like just how sort of lethargic you feel until it starts coming down again because you don't really notice it going on.
No. And like I say to people when they first say, "Hey, how's your energy?" And they go, "Yeah, it's all right." I'll be like, "Well, you don't know what you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you've been feeling like shit for 10 years, how are you gonna know what you feel like, how you should feel like?"
Yeah, absolutely.
So look, when we had this conversation again another 90 days and it's 10, 15 down, tell me how you feel then.
I'm determined to keep at it. Like,
Yeah, keep
so
going. 80 kilos for you, 85 kilos.
for me,
Yeah,
bloody hell,
another 15.
You can do it.
Yeah, easy, mate.
we'll get there.
36.
It's good having the group and all that and realising like you're not on your own doing it. But I wouldn't know where to start doing this on my own, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a minefield out there, isn't it?
But we'll get there. It's all good info.
Yeah, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you showing up. If you're watching this as a replay, guys, which probably most of you are, comment down below any questions on this or what you want other trainings on, like Matt's just said, and I'll get Matt's done next. Any other stuff you want to learn about, pop it in there and I'll get a nice presentation and lay it out to you guys.
Thanks, Rob. Have a good one.
Right.
Good evening.
Thank you. See you later
Cheers.
on. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye.